I'm Tyler Austin from Gungnir Strategic. Thank you so much for watching. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a short review of the CMMG ZEROED 36K Suppressor. Now, this is part of CMMG's ZEROED line of suppressors. They make a bunch of different variants of this, from dedicated 5.56 and 30 caliber cans, and of course 36 caliber cans, full length K cans. They kind of run the gamut. I personally opted for the 36K. So this is their 9mm bore suppressor, so I can run everything from 5.56 on up to 9mm through this. And it's also their K can, i.e. short can, which, you know, if you don't know, K is Kurz, so it stands for Kurz, which Kurz is German for short. That's why you typically see these short little cans referred to as K cans, in case you didn't know that. Anyways, so this is the CMMG ZEROED 36K. Now, I need to be full disclosure with you. CMMG did send this out to me for the purposes of testing and review. I am full disclosure when it comes to that, and that's something you should be aware of. But with that being said, what is the primary selling point of this suppressor? Well, that's going to be its price. This comes in at around MSRP, the $500 mark. However, if you shop around, you can pretty frequently find these on sale, depending on where you're shopping, for around the $470 to $480 mark, which for a suppressor is pretty inexpensive. So you can consider this a budget suppressor if you'd like. What are the features of it? Well, the primary feature of it is a fully steel can. It's full auto rated. So you can certainly consider this like a hard use suppressor. But on top of that, it does utilize Bravo hubs. So if you have like an ASR mount from Silencer Co. or any other Bravo mounting hub, it will fit this suppressor, which is obviously very nice for those QD systems. The end cap is welded on, so you don't have the ability to change out end caps, which may or may not be a big deal for you. But it is just a solid end cap. Now, I personally opted for the 36K because when I'm dealing with traditional baffled cans, I personally like to run my cans 36 caliber because for two main reasons. Number one, just makes it more versatile. I can run this on anything from 5.56 on up to 9mm, which pretty much covers the entire gamut of all my firearms. So that's really convenient. But on top of that, it also reduces back pressure when I'm running especially 5.56. If this was a 5.56 dedicated can, I'd get a noticeable increase in back pressure because it is a baffled can. But when I run a 36 caliber can, I definitely get a noticeable reduction in back pressure. Now, of course, that comes at the cost of noise reduction. I'm definitely going to have an increase of decibels. However, in my opinion, for what I'm looking for, I'll take a slightly louder suppressor to have significantly less back pressure. So with all that being said, how well did it perform? Well, I took this out to the range a few days ago and I was able to put quite a lot of rounds through it. I predominantly ran 5.56 through it, but I also ran 300 blackout as well as 9mm through this. And overall, it performed just fine. Is this thing gonna knock your socks off? No. However, it performed just fine. It suppresses. Is it the quietest K can I've ever shot? Nope. But it performed just fine. The back pressure wasn't horrible, especially because I was running it in the 36 caliber variant. Overall, the thing performed just fine. If we directly compare it to something like the Omega 36M from Silencer Co., does it perform as well as this suppressor? No, this suppressor is a little bit quieter, definitely. However, this suppressor runs right around $1,100. So this guy right here is half, if not less than half the cost of this. Now, of course, this does come with other features. Comes with interchangeable end caps. This particular suppressor has the ability to add baffles to it so you can make it full length. So there's definitely some other features that come with this particular suppressor. And does it perform a little bit better, at least in my experience? Yes. However, again, double the cost, if not more than double the cost. So it's one of those things. It's, you know, price over performance kind of deal. And overall, this is not to say this suppressor performed badly. This suppressor performed just fine for what it is, for it being a K can and, you know, a 36 caliber can running 5.56 through it. It performed just fine. So really, I have no complaints about it. Really, my only complaint with this particular can is that it's a little bit heavy for what it is. This comes in around, with the ASR mount, just a hair over 16 ounces. So that's definitely on the heavier side of things when you're talking about a K can. In comparison, the 36M with the same mounting, ASR mounting hub, comes in right around 14.5 ounces. So there's definitely a little bit of a noticeable difference in weight between the two. This guy's she's a little chunky for her size. So that would really be my only complaint with it. But again, for under $500 a lot of the times, this can performs just well. And if you're looking for a budget can, I would definitely give these a look. I think that these cans are really good performers and have really good features for them, again, for what they are, especially for the price point that they come at. Again, these are the CMMG ZEROED line of suppressors. I want to thank them for being willing to send this out to me for the purpose of testing and review. Anyways, I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. Also consider joining my Patreon for exclusive deals and discounts with all of my channel sponsors, as well as access to exclusive content. I'm Tyler Austin from Gungnir Strategic. Thank you so much for watching.